have a inkling as to what we're going to be creating today, our Monster Mash. So, with that silly fun song, I wanted to introduce our next project, which is going to be a monstrous good time. So, you are going to follow along with Mrs. Stevenson when you're drawing your monster. You can create your own imaginary monster. You can use some of the sample arms and legs that I had put on the canvas page if you choose to. I also know that I put our mason jar so that in the event you want to trap your monster in a jar, you can also do that. And that step by step is there for you too. I did a similar lesson last year where we did bugs inside our mason jar. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is decide what kind of monster that you are going to create. And I always say it's easier to just decide on different shapes that you want to start with if you're at all stumped and just don't know what to do. So when I create this first monster, I think what comes to my mind, he's going to be a really loud monster. So I'm going to start with the head. How about I'll do his head. Now I'm gonna have a nice big long oval here, and I'll draw a little darker so I can make sure that we see. Then, oh, you know what, right away it looks to Mrs. Stevenson like it has to be an eyeball because it's just screaming, yes, you're gonna have a Cyclops monster, Mrs. Stevenson. And it's going to be the loud monster, so I'm going to make him have a very, very big mouth. And he's going to be screaming. So he has some spiky teeth because he does not take care of his dental needs and has broken some teeth. So we're going to just have that there. You can see I have his tongue too. That's going to be in the background. When I think of my loud monster, I think my loud monster is going to have a big old kind of silly looking toe. He kind of looks octopusy now. Then I'm going to have another silly looking toe. When you have your head and your body and your legs, you can think if your features on your face are expressing the emotion that you want. Is your monster a sweet, kind monster? Is he an angry monster? When we do different styles of eyes, we can give our monster some emotion. For instance, I'll do a kind of a diagonal line here and a diagonal line here that look like upside down triangles, kind of. And then I'm gonna do a eyeball over left and right. So no longer is my Cyclops a Cyclops, he's a triple-eyed monster. Just by having the angle of my eyebrows, my monster's looking a little bit more intimidating. I can also add to that and have his eyes be looking inward and fierce. Roar. He looks like he's gonna yell and, I don't know, go kind of berserko, if you will. Now, I need to have some arms for my monster, and I just think he just has wiggly squiggly 2 fingers with his arms, and maybe his hand hurts because he doesn't have as many fingers as he needs, and that's why he's so angry, or who knows. He could be hangry. Maybe he needs to eat. So when you're creating your monster, after you add your features, is he happy, sad? Is he silly? Is he friendly? Then you're gonna think, does your monster need any friends? Does he have family with him? Where is he going to be? Is he gonna be on the moon? I think I'm gonna have him be in a field here, and the field's gonna have multiple layers because he's lost and out in the grass, so I'm gonna have this be kind of bumpy road behind there too. Maybe I want to have him with his other little friend in the background that's gonna look just like him, but I'm gonna make him much smaller because he's way farther away, so he would be definitely a lot smaller than our friend that's all the way in the foreground. You can add as many details or as few as you want when you think your monster is all set. Then I want all of you to consider what kind of color your monster will be. Is he gonna change colors because of his mood as he gets angrier and angrier? He used to be purple, but then the higher he gets really red, because red can be a very mad color. And maybe I'm gonna have some steam that make it look like it's coming off of him too. The more you are thinking about breaking it down into lines and shapes, the better, so that it's not so hard to think of a whole. If you need any help, I also put some different ideas for arms and legs on the Canvas site. You could build your own silly, crazy, spooky monster. Maybe you want to take it a step farther, and after you do your monster, you could draw a house of where your monster will live. Maybe he's so angry because he wants cupcakes, so he's gonna live in a spooky cupcake house. I don't know. You get to decide and have fun. Actually, that kind of makes me think I should do a cupcake looking house in the background. And see how this line is here? We want to make it look like it's not anymore because this cupcake house is going to be in front. So I'm going to just take my handy dandy eraser and erase. Then redraw because I erased a little bit. I'm also going to put a window here and a little cupcake chimney. I don't know, maybe Mrs. Stevenson needs to eat because she's thinking of cupcakes. All right, and then last but not least, I'm gonna put my little door here so he can go inside. I hope you have fun creating your silly monsters, and I cannot wait to see them come to life. See you later, boys and girls, and have some fun. Do your Monster Mash.